Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to Archery Geek, where we review, we give you tips and tricks on traditional archery. And in today's episode, I'm going to show you how to make a target on the cheap. And also, we're going to review a product that I think is pretty cool, and it adds a little bit to that target that you're about to build. And so stick around and you'll be able to see all that stuff. All right, roll that intro. Hey everyone, and welcome back. Okay, so if you're watching this just after the holiday break, after Christmas, you're gonna have a lot of boxes sitting around. So you're gonna need some of those boxes. Now, on top of those boxes, you're gonna need some clothes, some old rags, stuff that you're getting ready to throw away or you've outgrown, and you really don't want to give them to Goodwill because they're trash, right? They're kind of junky, and I don't like to give away, crappy clothes. You're going to need some of this. So this duct tape is, you can buy it at any store, obviously. You can get any color you want, doesn't matter. Duct tape works for everything, right? So you're gonna need a lot of this. This is gonna be one of the most expensive parts of the whole build. And of course you need a knife. Make sure you got one of those. Now, I have two sizes of boxes here. This box is massive. And if you are new to archery, this would be the box that you would say to yourself, man, I'm gonna make a target out of the biggest box I possibly can. And that way, if I miss or something like that, I don't wreck my arrows. It's a big mistake, don't do it. You can't do it. This will just be too heavy. And you will not be able to move this box around. And even if you keep it in a stationary location, the box isn't strong enough. So you're gonna have to use a ton of duct tape. If you want to use a ton of duct tape, that's fine. But I'm just telling you that this container is way too big, and stuffing it with clothes, it would take a ton of clothes to get the right consistency inside this box to make it worthwhile. If you have a ton of that stuff, great, use a big box like this. I'm not recommending a giant box like that. So I would say something a little bit more like this. I'll put the size of this box down below here, but you can see it's about a foot wide. And I just want to call that out. It's about 10 inches to a foot wide. Why that's important is that when you shoot it, you don't want it tipping over, right? So you'd be able to put this freestanding and you put it anywhere. And it's not that big. And I really want one about this size. And it's got some cardboard stuffed in there and stuff like that too, and we'll stuff that. Now, as a bonus, if you've already had a target and it's getting worn out, this is a great way to rejuvenate that target. What you'll do is you'll rip that target apart and it'll come with something like this inside. I'm really lucky. I haven't seen a lot of targets with this inside for a while. This is a really old target. I've been reusing this over and over again for, it's gotta be 10 years. This is screening. This is screening. Like a screen on a sliding door. And it's just cut into pieces. And this is the best material you can possibly get to stuff a product like this, a box like this. It's just really great. If you don't have that, don't worry about it. That's not what we're going to use today anyway, so don't worry about it too much. Now, you're going to take this big box, this size, obviously, and just do exactly what you think we're going to do with it. And just stuff the clothes in there. And then once all the clothes are stuffed in there, we're going to close it up. We are going to duct tape this thing so that it's nice and solidly closed. And then we are going to place this product. So this is a deer foam target. It's by Encore. And you can buy these at Three Rivers. You can buy it directly from Encore. You can go to their Instagram or their Facebook website, and I think you can buy it directly from them. This target will not stop an arrow though. So it's only for backstop. So what we are going to do is we're going to place it on here, and it fits perfectly. And it's just something a little bit nicer to shoot at, and something that heals, because this is crafted from 5/8 self-healing ethafoam, hand sculpted and airbrushed, scoring rings in vital areas, indoor and outdoor use, attaches to any arrow backstop. It's kind of cool. It's about $10. Again, you can get it from Three Rivers. This is going to make this target even more cool to shoot at. The scoring rings on here are ridiculous, but at least it gives the vitals and it kind of gives the shape of a deer. It's inexpensive, and one of the biggest problems with cardboard boxes is that when you shoot them all in this sort of the center area, then you turn them around, you shoot them all in this sort of center area, this cardboard deteriorates quickly. It's paper product, obviously. But what I'm hoping that this will do is that this will help to keep that from deteriorating much, much longer. And again, you could just buy more cardboard boxes and keep stuff in them, but that's a bit of a pain in the ass, but you can do that. That's up to you. All right, so let's get the stuff in this thing. Be right back. Okay, now that, as you can see, it's filled to the top. I haven't stuffed it in there. It's not bulging out the sides. I don't want to wreck the seams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape this up around. I'm going to do a couple times around with the duct tape. And then I'm going to stuff it a little bit more. Okay, so now that I have two bands going around the outside, I'm going to stuff it a little bit more so we don't lose the seams. Make sure you get in every corner. All right, down. It's better if you have two people here. But if not, use my knees. And there you have it. You got a big box, and this will stop arrows. You're about to see in a second. Now, will it stop a compound bow? I don't care. My channel's not about compound bows. No, I think it will. I think it will. I'm not going to test that, but we're going to work on a. We're going to look at a 40-pound bow, shooting fairly close, like at about 5 yards. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll install this. I'll show you how this stops and whether or not it's worthwhile. I have no idea. I've not shot one yet. So let's go shoot some arrows. Be right back. Hey everyone, okay, well, you got to see me shoot this target, and they're great targets. And there's really no excuse for not having a really good target like this for your shooting your archery needs, especially if you're a beginner at archery and you don't want to spend a lot of money. This is a great alternative. Now, the Encore target here on the face of it, I love it. You can get round target faces and glue those on or stick those on here too, and you can shoot at those, and those will be fine as well. This is just a little bit more fun. It adds a little bit something to it, a little bit more excitement to the game. So I really like this. I actually have a time lapse of the foam ceiling here. It did an okay job, I think. We'll see. I don't know. It's time lapse, so we'll have to take a look at that. And most of the holes are pretty much filled in now. But this did take a bit of a beating because, you know, I wanted to make the test really, really difficult. So I was using wood arrows. These arrows are made from a friend of mine who lives here in the Kansas area, Feathers and Wood. And he's got great arrows, and he ships all over the country, I think. But he's at actually almost every major tournament, longbow, recurve tournament, a traditional tournament there is out there, or traditional shoot. Feathers and Wood, Andy at Feathers and Wood. So I want to give him a shout out because these are great arrows, and they're 5/16. So they're big, thick arrows, and they're heavy. They're over 500 grains. And you can see that I'm just pulling them out with 2 fingers out of the target. So this, not only is this a good target that stops these wood arrows, the heavy weighted wood arrows, but it also it holds up pretty well. And here is the bow I was shooting with. This is a 46 pounds at 29 inches, which is about my draw length. And this is an Omega bow from Keegan out of Pennsylvania, and this is the Royal Huntsman, and it has a Grizzly Jim string on it. And Jim actually put this together for me, and it's sort of a Joker motif, and he has the balls on it here too, and it's quite good. Anyway, and again, those are the arrows from Feathers and Wood. And and I have a Ravenclaw tab too. Just so you know, these Ravenclaw tabs are all wood tabs. Check out Ravenclaw. They're just really, really good tabs, and they're very traditional too. So I love them. The bungee on the back is really good. Anyway, so final review here is that on this Encore target, I think for the price, I think I'll get a couple more of these, and I'll build a few more of these targets because I really do like shooting at them. They're a lot of fun. It's a little bit more interesting than just shooting at concentric circles. So anyway, if you got any questions, leave comments below. If you're new to the channel, hey, I hope this helped you out. And if it did, please hit subscribe. I can't tell you how much I appreciate people who subscribe and leave comments for me. I'd love to see those comments. So give us a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you next time. Until then, stay positive, test negative. Talk to you later.